evening and thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, I would like to say only very few words in Lithuanian to the compatriots who are here and then switch back to English. Su džiaugsmu ir didžiuodamasis esu jūsų tarpe Vasario 16-osios išvakarėse. Įvykis, kuris mus jungia, įkvėpia ir stiprina. To, kas įvyko prieš 90 metų, negalima pavadinti kitaip, kaip tik stebuklų. To stebuklo vardas nepalaužiama tautos dvasia, lemiamų momentų suvienijusi mūsų darbams, kurie buvo didesni už pačią tautą. Todėl Vasario 16 suburdama Lietuvos piliečius ir viso pasaulio lietuvius į vieną šeimą, leidžia kiekvienam iš mūsų pasijusti dar didesniu. Ši šventė į mus prabyla drąsos ir vilties žodžiais, kiekvieną kartą primindama, kad kaip ir prieš 90 metų, taip ir dabar tautos gerovė yra mūsų rankose. Sveikinu jūs visus Vasario 16-osios proga ir kviečiu visus pasaulio lietuvius susikibti rankomis, kad drauge nenuilstami gintume ir puoselėtume protėvių mums išsaugotas brangiausias laisvės ir tautiškumo dovanas. Lady Thatcher, Lord Speaker, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on February 16, Lithuanians around the world celebrate the day of restoration of the state of Lithuania. The Declaration of Independence proclaimed 90 years ago expressed the historic aspirations and determination of the people of Lithuania to build their future in an independent homeland together with other European nations. In the wake of Baltic Declaration of Independence in 1918, Britain provided the Baltic states with so much needed political and military aid. When after the World War II, the Soviet Union suppressed freedom in half of Europe, London refused to recognize that occupation and supported our armed resistance, which in its organized form lasted until 1953. As all crimes against humanity, the Soviet occupation has yet to be adequately evaluated on the international level. Lady Thatcher, your great courage to stand against tyranny and injustice was one inspiration and a hope for many Lithuanians during the last decade of Soviet oppression. My nation will always be grateful to you and to the British people for their continued support for our independence. Lithuania cherishes its close partnership with Britain, partnership which is based on shared values of freedom, democracy, and respect for human rights. These values have been consolidated across the Central Europe because Lithuania and other countries in that region consistently and vigorously implemented democratic reforms and successfully integrated into the European Union and NATO. Britain supported our membership aspirations all along the road, and we thank you for that. The enlargement of the EU and NATO has made the United Kingdom and the whole of Europe more stable, more secure, and more prosperous. Today, our countries are working together to advance that space of stability, democracy, and prosperity further to the east. I believe that we can achieve it by supporting the EU and NATO membership aspirations of Ukraine and Georgia, as well as deepening our integration with such European countries like Moldova. Today, Lithuania and Britain are partners in Afghanistan, in the Balkans, and other places working to repair the ravages of tyranny and injustice. Together, we confront global challenges such as terrorism, poverty, global warming, and others. Lithuania will remain a trusted ally of Britain in pursuing those goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Lithuanian-British bilateral relations are diverse and strong today. We pursue close political, economic, cultural, and academic cooperation. The quality and depth of our ties was best exemplified by the state visit of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth to Lithuania in October of 2006. Tonight, I would like to share with you how should we move this close partnership forward. In my view, the greatest potential in this regard lies in the new emerging powerhouse of our relationship, namely the almost 150,000 strong Lithuanian community in the United Kingdom. They work in financial services and farms, research institutes and supermarkets, hotels and construction companies. Many of them study at British universities. By bringing here their knowledge and skills, their energy and passion for work, they also, I hope, brought dynamism to the British economy. They contribute to the diversity, culture, and economic life of Britain's society. They build local communities, economics, and form new opportunities. They participate in vote in local elections. The energetic electric community in Britain forms a direct and essential link in the human chain that connects our two nations and creates unlimited opportunities for bilateral cooperation. Being far away from their homeland, Lithuanians make their best to immigrate and integrate into the British society. At the same time, they aspire to maintain their national identity. I have the greatest admiration for those Lithuanians who teach their children their native language at Lithuanian Saturday schools. I equally admire those children and their parents who devote early and every weekend to learning the Lithuanian language and the history of Lithuania. This is a noble cause for your homeland and for Europe, the strength of which lies in diversity. Among the 150,000 Lithuanians living and working in the United Kingdom, 30,000 are school children. There are 18 voluntary Lithuanian language schools in London, Birmingham, Manchester, Northern Ireland, and elsewhere, teaching about 600 children every Saturday or Sunday. These children go enthusiastically to such schools. The young generation of Lithuanians living here wants to keep in touch with its roots, ethnicity, and history. We must support their thirst for education and their aspirations to foster national culture. It is for this purpose that 9,000 parental signatures were collected endorsing the request for a GCSE, it means that's a General Certificate of Secondary Education, Lithuanian language exam. I have raised this question with Prime Minister Gordon Brown earlier today, and I hope that a satisfactory solution will be found soon. Lithuanians